What's up, you guys? It's Jonno! Today I've got some more Pokemon Go news! This is actually really exciting news. There's been a bunch of exciting news lately, but I think this one went a little bit under the radar, but I find it really, really exciting. Check this out, you guys. There is a new augmented reality, or AR, system coming to Pokemon Go. As you can see up above, I've got these pictures that are just going to be in the video because I think that they're super awesome. So what we've got here is the new ARKit for Apple. So if some of you guys on Apple devices were a little bit miffed that you didn't get the promo codes in your recent update, that's okay, because now the Android people are going to be miffed that they are not going to get this new ARKit. I don't know when this is coming to Android. Hopefully it does come to Android, but this is Apple's worldwide developer conference in San Jose, California. Obviously all the really cool stuff happens in Silicon Valley. That's why I love living out here, because I'm so close to all of it. So we've got some new ARKit, and it's got some new basically I think they're gonna have like family mode pictures where you can take pictures of all of your Pokemon. That's gonna be so cool, you guys. Like, I can't even wait for that. And I've got some really exclusive video for you guys too. Somebody tweeted me this and I wanted to play the video. Let's go ahead and just play it early in the video so we don't have to like wait for a really long time, and then I will read the news. So let's watch this video real quick, you guys.
Game Pokemon Go, a game, an app that you've probably already heard of. Use ARKit to take catching Pokemon to the next level. By being able to anchor your virtual content in the real world, you really allow for a more immersive experience than previously possible. But it doesn't stop there. There are a multitude of ways that you can use augmented reality to enhance your users.
Alright, you guys, so that was just a little tiny clip of the developer conference. Obviously public speaking is hard, that's why I was laughing a little bit. It's like, you would mess up your words too if you're in front of, you know, like that many people who you really respect, you know, and your boss. So anyway, you guys, public speaking is hard. Practice your public speeches like a lot before you get out there, because it's really hard once you get up there. And shout out to everybody at Niantic. These guys are like game developers, and you know, they're like software people, and they're getting out on stage and doing this stuff, and it's really cool, and it's just really amazing to see, you know, this company grow and grow and grow. Like they're at the developer conference, you know. It's like, that's so cool. That's a big deal. I assumed that that was somebody from Niantic. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't somebody from Niantic and they were just talking about the game. But either way, these are really, really exclusive features that we are now privy to thanks to this blog post over at Niantic Labs. It's also over at Forbes too, so if you guys wanted to read it over at Forbes, it's actually over there as well. This is an older photo and they just put it in there, so it's kind of like, I don't really like to read Forbes that much because sometimes they, you know, embellish a little bit just to get the kind of clickbait keywords, but it's not necessarily anything that you wouldn't see anywhere else. So that's why I'm not going to read their article, but we are going to read the Niantic article. So let's go ahead and read it. This was June 5th, 2017, and today is the 10th. So I really feel like this went under the radar. I'm like, did nobody notice this? I didn't notice it. And then one of my awesome fans tweeted it to me. Let's go give him a shout out before I read this thing and we lose everybody because nobody wants to hear me read it. Some people want to hear me read it. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and see the mentions. Thanks to everybody who tweets me. You guys are amazing. The homie, Omi Kashyap, tweeted it to me, so thank you, bro. Really appreciate that. And that video was just awesome. Let's go ahead and read it. Trainers, as you probably already caught in the news, we are currently at Apple's Worldwide Developer Conference. I did not hear any news about that whatsoever. Did you guys hear news about that? Post in the comments if you guys heard any news about that. Alright, so they're saying in San Jose, California, to reveal how we are working on enhancing Pokemon Go's augmented reality features even more with Apple's ARKit for developers being released with iOS11 this fall. So it is Niantic who was talking because they said it was them. Alright, so it says, utilizing this exciting advance in AR, we are working to create new, fun, and innovative ways to place Pokemon in the world around you, to view Pokemon, and to use your phone camera to capture the moment. The digital world will overlay the real world in more detailed and accurate ways, and you will be able to interact with Pokemon in a more immersive and lifelike fashion. For a sneak peek into how these advances may be applied in Pokemon Go in the future, see the screenshots below to get an early look at what's currently possible in the Pokemon Go ARKit tech demo. So I guess if you can get your hands on that tech demo, you can already do this. That's kind of cool. let's see. In addition to this week's announcement with Apple, we have a lot to celebrate these days as we are planning for an epic summer in the Northern Hemisphere, which we'll be sharing more details on shortly. This was like before they released all that info, and nobody even read this article, because like, who goes to Niantic's blog? I don't know. Alright, you guys, so can't wait to tell you more, blah blah blah. And this is AR Playground mode. This is improved AR Encounter mode. So we have Playground mode, where you can just bring in your Pokemon and take pictures of them, which is sweet. And we also have Encounter mode, and you can see Charizard looks a little bit happier here than he does in the wild. He looks like he's about to mess you up in the wild, okay? Now let's go ahead and watch that video again, you guys, just because it's really interesting, and I wanted to show you the encounter and talk about it instead of listening to that guy. So look, we have the Pikachu comes out of the ground, and the Pikachu came out of the ground with like the leaves, you know, so that was pretty cool. And watch as he walks around the Pikachu actually turns. You can barely see it, but it happens. So look as he goes around the Pokemon to the left. He's gonna go off to the left here in just a second. He moves around, and look, Pikachu turns right here. It turned, okay? So Pikachu continues facing you, and it does a turn, you know, motion, rather than if you keep going. I think instead of you going around the Pokemon the way it is now, you actually have to stand still and spin around in a circle, which is, you know, like very counterintuitive. This is more intuitive to how you would actually behave with a Pokemon in the wild. So I think that this is a great improvement, you guys. I think it's an absolutely fantastic improvement, and I'm like, hey Niantic, go ahead and get it. That's fantastic, you know. It seems like the ARKit is built into iOS 11, so it's a little bit of Apple, you know, pitching in too. And also you guys have seen Apple pitch in recently, where they're putting more blocks on GPS spoofing within Apple's core software. So now it's harder to GPS spoof on the newer Apple software, and I think you can't run Pokemon unless you're on the newer software. They've got some kind of a little system that they've built in where Apple's playing nicely with Niantic, and they're getting the spoofing quote-unquote issue that I don't really think is that big of an issue under control, I guess. So that's interesting, you know. It's kind of interesting to see all these big companies, like, you know, shaking hands and playing with each other, and I think that they're getting good work done at the end of the day. The spoofing, I'm like, whatever, you know. If people want to sit on their couch and catch Pokemon in, you know, downtown LA, nobody would do that. Downtown LA, why would you do that? But still, it's like, I don't care. That doesn't bother me. If they want to go fight the gyms, I don't care. But I don't know. I guess if they're gonna keep fighting it, then, you know, it's obviously very important to them, and more power to them. You know, it's their game, so they can do whatever they want. But I just really hope that they put a map in the game eventually. I really would like to, you know, have an easier way to find Pokemon, and just allow the pay-to-win players to pay to win, just like we do in all the other games, and, you know, just let us pay for the map, or pay for, you know, whatever feature it is that we're demanding. But a lot of us really do want to see the map, but that's a whole different conversation. Anyway, you guys, this is interesting, you know. This is very interesting. It's new features. I think it's kind of interesting to see them bringing in new features that nobody requested, but they're very interesting, and we like it. But it's like, there's so many new things coming that nobody requested, and then it's like, when are we gonna get trading? You know, are we gonna get trading ever in this game? And then a lot of the like core features of the game that the game was launched with, I was thinking about this the other day, the core features of the game that the game was launched with, like gyms, you know, like those features don't exist in the original games. Like, there's gyms, but you play them a totally different way, and you get badges, and it's not the way that it is now. So it's like they launched the game with gyms and with Pokestops and all these things that didn't exist in the original game, and they didn't launch it with anything that existed in the original game, like battling and trading, which were like the two core features of the original game that everybody loved. So I don't know. I'm like, when are you guys gonna stop, you know, focusing on things that people aren't really demanding, and then just give us battling and trading? Like, we'd really love to see battles and trading. So I don't know. I mean, I guess that's my whole take on like the updates that are coming out. It's like, this is cool. I think it's nice to take pretty pictures. We could already take some pretty pictures. I've seen people take a lot of pretty pictures, but these are prettier pictures, you know? So cool, you made pictures prettier in Pokemon Go, Niantic. That, you know, good job on making the prettier pictures. That's great. But people are really requesting for trading and person-to-person battling, and that's what they really want, you know. And I don't know, I hope that one day that they'll bring trading and person-to-person battling as well, and not gym battling. I don't know if Niantic feels like gyms are the battling system where we can fight each other's Pokemon, but I need to be able to control my Pokemon here, and my friend is controlling his Pokemon here, and we go head-to-head and see who has a better Pokemon in real time. That's what I'm talking about, person-to-person battling. We have to have that, you guys. Anyway, you guys, it's kind of a long video, but I did want to cover this news. New AR system coming to Pokemon Go. I have no idea if it's coming to Android whatsoever. I assume they'll get some kind of an update, but they're never, you know, perfectly the same. So we'll see what we get on Android. But that's it, you guys. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you to my amazing subscribers. Please hit like and subscribe if it's your first time on my channel, or your second. And thanks everybody again, and peace!